Hello and welcome to the Western Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. We have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You can direct your questions to a specific school by including their name in your question, or you can leave a question for all of our representatives to answer about their school. Your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you during this program. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available within about a week's time. To see these recordings and to sign up for more sessions, please visit strivescan.com/WACAC. All right, tonight we're going to be hearing from Pace University, St. John's University, Syracuse University, the University of Rochester, Kansas State University, and Eastern Kentucky University. So I'd like to now turn it over to begin and welcome Pace University.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name's Alexa Dalbus. I'm an admissions counselor here at Pace University, and I'm so excited to be chatting with you all tonight about our beautiful New York locations. We do have 3 unique campuses, but at the center of a Pace University education is always going to be our unique PACE Path goal setting system, which is really going to serve as your 4-year blueprint to success during your time at Pace. You begin working on your PACE Path your first semester on campus in your University 101 course, which is essentially a course that's going to teach you how to be a college student. And in that course, you start mapping out your 4 years on campus, specifically focusing on setting realistic and achievable sets of goals for yourselves within our 3 key categories: personal development, professional development, and academic development. We feel as if our students are getting experiences in these 3 key areas that they're going to walk across that graduation stage, market ready, ready for success in whatever the next chapter holds for them. So diving a little deeper into each of those 3 sections of our PACE Path program, beginning with academics, we have over 150 different programs at Pace that you can study, and you're always going to get a very personalized educational experience because our average class size is only 20 students, and that gets smaller as you progress through your major. So diving right into things, our College of Health Professions that houses our health sciences as well as our nursing program. Our Dyson College of Arts and Sciences houses over 50 different programs in our arts, sciences, and humanities realm. So subjects like biology, psychology, digital cinema, communications, criminal justice, as well as our School of Performing Arts. Jumping on down to our Lubin School of Business, we were founded as a business school over 100 years ago, and we have a lot of your traditional business programs like accounting, marketing, finance, but we also have some really cool specialized programs as well, such as hospitality and tourism management, arts and entertainment management, as well as sports marketing. School of Education, you can study early childhood, as well as adolescent education, and we do have 5-year programs available there as well. If you are thinking about pursuing a graduate degree, highly recommend looking at combined degree programs. At Pace, you're able to pursue a master's degree and a bachelor's degree in 5 years. You save yourself some time and some money doing so, and eventually getting to that end game. And last but not least, we have our Seidenberg School of Computer Science and Information Systems, where we have our computer science, information systems, and information technology programs. Now, jumping back up really quickly to our Elizabeth Hobbs School of Law, our 3rd campus in White Plains, New York. For anyone who was potentially interested in becoming a lawyer one day, we do have combined degree programs where you can get a bachelor's and a JD in 6 years as opposed to 7, and what we call a 3+3 program. Now, for our students who are very academically inclined, we have an honors college on our campus, and there are a lot of perks that come along with it, including access to exclusive courses, trips, and events, early course registration, and a guaranteed minimum of a $15,000 scholarship. So it really does pay to keep those grades up in high school. And if you don't get into the honors college upon your acceptance to Pace, you will have the opportunity to apply in at the end of your freshman year if you maintain a 3.5 GPA. So good goal for you to set in that PACE path. Good incentive to keep those grades up. Ooh, moving right along. In terms of getting hired on campus, our Office of Career Services, they go above and beyond in terms of linking up our students with all of the different job and internship opportunities that are out there. They do everything from one-on-one career counseling to help with building resumes and cover letters, tips, tricks for online and interpersonal networking, mock interviews, and etiquette workshops. They'll teach you how to shake a hand. They will even let you borrow a blazer. And one unique feature about PACE is that these services are what we like to call PACE for life. So if 10, 15 years down the line, you need your resume to be reworked or you're looking to change careers and you need some help finding job prospects, our alumni career services counselors will be more than happy to help you out and make sure that you are successful all the way through the day you retire. In terms of our two undergraduate locations, we have an urban location in the heart of New York City. You're right in the financial district, steps away from Wall Street and the Brooklyn Bridge, really in the middle of the hustle and bustle of it all. A cool feature, though, is the fact that our campus is condensed into a 5-block radius. You'll never have to swipe a Metro card to get from class to your bed at night. Everything is within walking distance. Here are a few photos of our new renovated spaces on campus. And then an hour north, we have our Westchester campus, a little more traditional suburban in the heart of Westchester County. You got your grass, your trees, student quad, Division II athletics, kind of like what you see in the movies, but it's a 2-for-1 deal. So regardless of where you end up residing, you have full access to both campuses. You can move back and forth between the two as much or as little as you'd like. And we do provide transportation for our students there as well. Few snapshots of our Westchester campus. We are also located on a Metro North line, so super convenient in terms of getting pretty much anywhere in the New York metro area. In terms of student life on campus, we have a very vibrant student life, over 150 different student clubs and organizations representing pretty much every interest that you can possibly think of. And if you have a super unique interest that you want to bring to PACE, by all means, our student government is happy to help work with you to establish that club so you can start sharing your interests with all your other students. Wrapping things up real quick, really standard application process. Fees, high school transcripts, letters of recommendation, and personal statement. PACE is totally test optional. And there's my contact information. If you ever need to reach me, more than happy to chat.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, perfect timing. Thank you, Alexa, for sharing with us about PACE University.
Thank you.
Our next school today will be St. John's University.
Hello, good evening, almost night on the East Coast, but good evening to my West Coast people. Just give me 1 second. Let's get started here. All right. So my name is Anthony, and I'm representing St. John's here today. So this picture that you see in front of you is actually one of our larger campuses. So we have a campus in Queens. This is our main area. This is the library, also the freshman center, a couple of different areas. If you ever visit on campus, you'll see the little flag area right there. That's where our office is located, and you'll see me and my colleagues. So that being said, as I just mentioned, we do have a Queens campus. We are also a school located in New York City. So we have 3 different campuses within the 5 boroughs. Queens is our largest campus. We also have Staten Island and Manhattan is available as well. And then we have 3 campuses overseas, which are Rome, Paris, and Limerick, Ireland. St. John's by the numbers, we have just over 17,000 students with a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So we're a medium-sized university. We're not too large, not too small. The classroom size is very similar to PACE as well. So we have about 20 students. So it's pretty manageable. When you go to school, I think it's pretty comparable to a lot of your high school courses. In terms of where students come from, we have 47 different states represented, over 123 different countries. So it's a very diverse student body. We have over 180 different clubs and organizations. We're also a Division I sports school with 17 different teams. And we offer just over 100 different majors and programs. This is just a breakdown of the different colleges within our university. So we have a College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, Collins College of Professional Studies, St. John's College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, School of Education, and then lastly, Peter J. Tobin College of Business. So we have honors programs available. We don't have a separate honors college. How it works with St. John's is when you apply for admission, you're automatically considered for the honors program. If you meet the criteria, you will receive an invitation to the honors program. So we do have a university honors, which is the general core. Then we also have a business honors. We have one for school education as well. If you're any of the other colleges, you'll just be in the general university honors program. For double majors and minors or multiple dual degree options, we do have some available. We don't allow you to apply for them as an incoming freshman, but if you do have any questions about the 5-year programs, multiple degrees, dual degrees, anything like that, feel free to reach out to me after the presentation and I can give you a little bit more information. Living on campus. So although we're in New York City, we do have a full acre campus, 110-acre campus in Queens. And Staten Island has about 50 acres, although Staten Island does not have housing, so I should mention that. So Queens is our only campus that has housing. And if you are living on Queens, we have suite style and traditional style living. For suite style, which is majority of the campus, you walk into your suite door, you have 2 rooms each end. There could be a single, double, triple, or quad, and 2 bathrooms each end, which is my favorite part, so you don't have to fight over the bathroom. And then every building has free laundry in as well. For traditional style, which are only 2 of our freshman dorms, you walk into your door and you have a triple room, and then you have a bathroom, and that bathroom links to another room. And that's how the traditional style living is. As I just mentioned, we are a Division I sports team. This is just a quick list of some of the teams that we have. So we have basketball. We just actually beat Providence. So I just want to throw that out there just about 5 minutes ago. So that's pretty good. But other than that, we have cross country, fencing, golf, soccer, softball, tennis, track and field, volleyball. And then, for example, let's say you're not a Division I sports athlete, but you're playing sports now in high school, or you just play for fun. You could definitely play club or intramural sports as well. So a lot of students definitely take advantage of that. Studying abroad. So since we have the campuses overseas, we do have an extensive program. 44% of our students travel abroad when things are normal. So hopefully you will get back to that soon. But in your 4 years here at St. John's, I'm sure you will have an opportunity to go abroad. The Global Passport Program is for first-year students, where you go to Rome and Paris for 7 days. Western Europe semester is actually our most popular program. So you spend 5 weeks in Rome, 5 weeks in Paris, and 5 weeks in Ireland. How that works is you'll take 2 courses in each country. So you take 2 courses in Rome, then you fly out to Paris, take 2 courses in Paris, then you fly out to Ireland. For study abroad Latin America, it's semester programs as well in Costa Rica and Colombia. And if for study exchange, essentially what that just means is we have a lot of different resources to send students in many different parts of the world. So if you don't want to go to Europe or Latin America, we could definitely work something out. Now, jobs. You come to college, go to get a job, right? Essentially. So we have a 94% employment rate after graduation. A lot of that has to do with the internship opportunities that we have. This is a very short list, so you can see the diversity in terms of companies. So we have sports represented with the Islanders, MLB, from media represented with Disney, MTV, to criminal justice with the police department, FBI, to finance with Merrill Lynch, to healthcare with Northwell Health. So there's a wide range of opportunities that students can get. I would say most of our students do 3 internships on average. We do require internships for most majors, not all, but about 95% of our majors. So there's definitely many opportunities you can get on campus. For applications, so for those of you who are juniors in here and you're thinking about applying next year, we are test optional. If you want to submit your test scores, our average SAT is a 1200, average ACT is a 25. We do super score. So if you end up taking the test multiple times and you want to send in all your scores, we'll take whatever the highest is. 2 letters of rec is something that I definitely highly recommend. Personal essay, definitely write that. And the last one, a lot of students don't actually send us resumes, but we do take that into account on your application. So if you do have a resume, or if you want to create a quick one on Google Docs, it's pretty easy to do. I definitely recommend doing that and submitting that. The deadline, so this is based on this year, but generally speaking, they usually stay the same. So if you're applying next year, we have early decision November 15th, early action December 1st, and then after that, we have rolling admissions. The only programs that have a deadline will be pharmacy and biooptometry. And then wrapping up here, this is just some scholarships we have. Merit awards are pretty easy for us. They're automatic, ranging from 5,000 up until about 30,000. And then quickly here, tuition. And then lastly, this is just some information that if you want to contact me. But hope you guys enjoy the rest of the fair and the rest of the presenters.
Great. Thank you so much, Anthony, for sharing more about St. John's University. Next, we'll be hearing from Syracuse University.
Hello, everybody. I'm Camille Kreitz with Syracuse University. Just get this slideshow going. Okay, so I am a regional representative. I'm based in the Los Angeles area and I represent Southern California. So I am a local representative for California students. So Syracuse University is based in New York State. It is a residential campus. So we require students to live on campus at least their first 2 years. The campus itself is built up on a hill just outside of downtown Syracuse. And Syracuse itself is a small city. It isn't just a little college town. We're actually a good sized city. We do have an airport about 20 minutes from campus. And for West Coast students, you'll have one connection. You can connect through any of the major Midwest cities, East Coast cities, or even as far west as Denver. So those all have direct flights into Syracuse. So it's pretty easy to get in and out of. California students also make up our 5th biggest population on campus, and Syracuse alumni are second only to New York State. So that's a big deal when it comes to internship opportunities and job opportunities eventually if you're back in California after you graduate. So where are we exactly? We're right in the middle of New York State. We're about 5 hours north of New York City and about 5 hours west of Boston. We have a train station about 15 minutes from campus. That's the best way to get down to New York City if you want to go down for the weekend. But as I mentioned, it's really easy to get around, and we are near easy weekend trips to some major metropolitan areas. Okay, so as far as academics go, we have over 200 majors and 100 minors, and we divide those up into 10 different colleges. Now, our population on campus for undergrads is about 15,000. So we're a mid-sized university, but our average class size is 26. So when you're in your academic realm, when you're in your classes and in your individual colleges, you're going to feel like you're in a much smaller school. You can see some of the rankings on the right-hand side of the screen. And we have everything from professional architecture to musical theater, engineering, business. Our College of Arts and Sciences is where we're going to have our pre-law and our pre-med tracks. We also have some accelerated programs and direct entries. So we have 3+3 law programs. We have some 3+4 medical school programs. We also have a direct entry medical school program as well. So a lot of different options. We have a common core curriculum, which means that everybody is required to take some classes within the College of Arts and Sciences, but this allows you the flexibility to apply undeclared, to change your major once you get to school, to pick up a double major or pick up a minor. And at least half of our students are at least minoring, if not double majoring. Now, we are a Tier 1 research institute. So if you are involved in research, it's definitely something that you can do at Syracuse. We really encourage our undergraduate students to get involved in research, and that can be research in any field, not just in the sciences. We have a program called The Source, which is actually a fund that helps fund undergraduate research. So we put our money where our mouth is when it comes to research. Now, we are a top 10 study abroad program school. So we can send our students to over 60 different countries. And you can study as early as your freshman year through our Discovery program, all the way up through senior year, depending on your major, depending on where you are with your curriculum. But you have the opportunity to study for a semester, for a 6-week summer program, or even for a short-term program. We also have 3-semester internship programs in New York City, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. And these are specific to majors, and you must be a junior or a senior to attend these programs. But you can spend a semester in one of those cities interning and taking classes. And both the study abroad and the internship programs are set up so that when you get back to campus, you're right on track with your studies. So you can still do those and graduate on time. Okay, so a little bit about campus life. First of all, we're a very diverse campus. We have students from all 50 states and over 170 countries. We have over 300 clubs and organizations on campus. So we are a D1 sports school, but we also have club and intramural sports. About a quarter of our students are in Greek life. We have a lot of community service opportunities and a lot of performance opportunities. So if you're interested in the marching band or being in an a cappella group or in stand-up comedy or improv, there is something definitely for everybody. Our Barnes Center at the Arch is our new Student Health and Wellness Center. It has a health center on the ground floor, counseling center on the top floor, and in between we have 5 floors of athletic facilities. So we have an Olympic swimming pool, we have a 5-story rock climbing wall, we have a running track, basketball courts, all of that stuff. It's right in the middle of campus, and it's not more than a 10-minute walk from any dorm that you're living in. Our newest facility is the Shine Student Center, and this has been around for a long time, but we gutted it and just completely renovated it. It too is right in the middle of campus. It's where we have our food court, it's where we have our bookstore, but what we've done is we've created more space for students to hang out. We've created study spaces, and we've also brought all of our cultural groups, our cultural organizations into this center. So again, this is right in the middle of campus and another great place for students to hang out. Now, some of the nuts and bolts, we are a Common App school. We have both early decision and regular decision. Our early decision deadline is November 15th. Regular decision is January 1st. We do a holistic reading process, which means we read your application from cover to cover. And we will be test optional again for 2022. So if you are a junior, know that when you apply next year, we will be test optional again, just like we were this year. We definitely encourage, yes?
Camille, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have reached our mark for your time right now.
I'm so
That's
sorry.
Okay. There's so much good information to share.
And I even have my timer on and it didn't go off. So sorry about that.
That's okay. Just a reminder for you and actually everyone who's already presented already, please be sure to drop some contact information and links in the chat so all of our attendees can be sure to contact you directly or to follow up at your admissions website. So I just want to remind our panelists to share that information and for our attendees to look for that and grab that contact information to follow up. Also, we are reaching our halfway point. So for everyone who's attending, we have that Q&A box. This is how all of our attendees can ask a question. And I really hope you'll open that up and think of a question. Again, you can direct it to a specific school that has presented or is still to come, or you can leave a question to have all of our schools weigh in about a particular program in or out of the classroom. All right, well, you can see who's next. We've got the University of Rochester. So thanks, Camille, for sharing about Syracuse. And now I'm going to turn it over to Libby to share with us the experience at Rochester.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. It's great sharing time with you all tonight. And I appreciate, obviously, the opportunity to share time with our colleagues in New York. I will share, obviously, Camille and I are actually both regional. I am located in Long Beach, California, though I am a born and raised Rochesterian myself. So I'm excited to share time with you about my community and certainly looking forward to obviously, hopefully connecting in the future. Wishing you all the best. Obviously, this has been a really rough year for so many of us. And I think for the bigger picture of moving forward, I'm very hopeful, but I do hope that this will be an opportunity that we can maybe not repeat in the future to do virtually. Maybe hopefully soon we'll be able to do this in person. Either way, I actually have a fair amount of content already sort of shared. So my big picture in terms of Rochester's location, we are located on the ancestral homelands of the Haudenosaunee community, specifically the Seneca Nation. Want to acknowledge that first and foremost, and certainly we are about an hour or so west of Syracuse. So if you're thinking upstate New York, that's sort of closer to Canada vibe is the thing for you. Certainly we do have easy access points to New York City, Boston. Rochester is also the third largest city in the state. We do have a very similar type of setup for Syracuse in the sense that right around the corner is an airport, easily accessible to all of our West Coast students. But I work with all the West Coast students, so I'm looking forward again to connecting with you about some of the nitty-gritty ways of getting in and out of various places. My recommendation is Long Beach Airport. It's fantastic. Certainly with the location of Rochester, one of the things that we are really well known for are the different kinds of communities that we are present for as well. And so our downtown is hosting our Eastman School of Music. As you can see, it's very close, but it is technically a different campus from us for our undergraduate community. We are really well known for the Eastman School of Music. It's the top conservatory in the world, one of them. Certainly we are also well known for our health community. Our pre-med pathways are profound for our students, and we are actually one of the COVID vaccine centers. We've been working a lot on the research, the public health and epidemiology side of what's been going on. So it's really exciting times for us as well, but obviously we're looking forward to being over this experience as a whole. We are very well known also for our School of Engineering, our Hagem School of Engineering, our Simon School of Business, our Warner School of Education. All of these are wonderful pathways, certainly combined degree programs that students might be interested in. We'd love to chat with you more about that, but especially for students that are thinking about Rochester as a fit. Again, we are what we call a research tier 1 institution, one of the top in the nation, especially for research. I will get into that in a second, but it does make a big difference in our size. You do not find too many research institutions at 5,500 undergrads, which does mean a lot more faculty connection, that direct contact with Nobel Prize winning faculty members, MacArthur Fellows. We did just get a faculty member nominated to a top award in terms of Times 100 kind of change makers. Certainly, he's working on current some interesting stuff related to fusion, I'll say it that way. And so especially when it comes to the work that's being done, I think our students really prioritize hands-on learning. That is a huge part of who we are, but one of the other pieces to that is our community as a whole. About 30% of our student body is international. And so especially for students that are thinking about this process and this experience as a whole, we've had a lot of interesting ways to, again, address the differences of travel and experiences as students navigate the globe as a whole, whether it be studying abroad, going home. All of those pieces are very intentional for us. And again, the student, the individual is what we really prioritize in this process. Part of the reason for that is our model. We are what we call an open curriculum. We do not have general education requirements. And so one of the things that I really am grateful for with that is if you are interested in engineering, you get to start right away. If you're interested in engineering and music, you can do that right away. If you're interested in engineering, music, brain and cognitive science and theater, you also can do that. There is ample opportunity and limitless experiences when it comes to that pathway. We want you to be focused on you. What does that look like for you? What are you excited about? How are you engaging with it? Whether it be research and hands-on learning that way, internships or work as it comes to the bigger picture of, is it at Rochester or is it around the globe? We are really well known for the experiences globally, but especially in the context of being a double major or triple major, even a quadruple major, you still have ample opportunities and can graduate within that 4-year time frame. Some of my favorite programs, other than the combined degree programs that do stay a little bit longer on campus, is our Take 5 program. I've never heard of this anywhere else. It's actually a 5th-year tuition free. So what we do, of course, obviously want you to graduate and move forward and have a wonderful, enriched experience moving with our alumni and our career development processes. But this allows students to take that extra little time to say, hey, I've been studying mechanical engineering, but I also love art. And I want to be able to finish my degree in art as well. The Take 5 program is pretty unique. And again, I'd love to chat with you more. Don't have enough time to do that now. But I did want to be able to, again, reiterate the research experiences. All of our faculty teach all of our classes, and it's across the board in terms of that experience. With the, again, clubs and student organizations, we do have a very robust student life on campus, very culturally oriented, very musical, creative, but also very flexible and opening and accommodating that experience as a whole too. We are test optional, we remain test optional, we'll be that. And certainly with our opportunities, we do meet 100% of demonstrated need. And we also offer extensive merit scholarships all the way up to full ride. Again, this is my contact information. I look forward to sharing some more time with you. And thanks again for being here tonight. We appreciate it.
Great. Thank you so much, Libby, for sharing University of Rochester. I'm really excited to welcome our next school. We'll be hearing from Kansas State University.
All right, awesome. Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us today. My name is Nicole Bartle, and I'm an admissions representative with Kansas State University. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, moved all the way to Kansas just to go to K-State, and loved it so much that I'm still here after 6 years. So always happy to talk about my experience as a student with you all as well. But to give you a little bit of insight of who K-State is, we are a 4-year Division I university within the Big 12 Conference, and we really pride ourselves on being a nationally recognized public research institution located in the Little Apple. We are in Manhattan, but Manhattan, Kansas, so a little bit different than our colleagues on the call. But we are a strong, comprehensive university with over 250 majors and over 50 minors for you to choose from. And we really want you to customize your degree and make sure that you are picking and choosing things that are going to help you with those next steps. Our graduates enjoy and continue to enjoy the highest starting salary in the state of Kansas, as well as a 97% job placement and continuing education rate. We do have a student population of over 22,000 students, but I really like to focus on that 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. K-State's a really great fit for any student looking for that big university experience with a close-knit family feel. We've been recently ranked as the university with the happiest students in the nation, as well as #2 for students who love their college. Our #4 ranking for best town, school, university also truly speaks on the sense of community that you feel not only on campus, but across our true college town. I'm a 2018 graduate of K-State, so I can personally attest to the incredible experience that you can have as a Wildcat. We're dedicated to supporting our students and their student success, as well as their professional development. And you find that in all of the different resources across campus. So free tutoring is available for all students, as well as the opportunity to connect with an academic coach, and they'll be able to assist you with goal setting and that your transition to university life is smooth. Our Career Center invites over 900 different global employers to campus every single year, which allows you to make those connections beginning your first semester at K-State. We want to help open those doors for you, both here in the States and abroad, depending on what your goals are for after graduation. Whether you need help polishing your resume for an internship or the interview prep for that first job that you're getting out of college, our advisors are here to help as a free resource to make sure that you feel confident in your next steps. Now, moving towards kind of next steps, if you're thinking about still applying, for any seniors that might still be on the call, we are completely test optional. So what that means is you just need to meet one of these requirements for automatic admission. That's a 3.25 GPA, a 21 on the ACT, or a 1060 on the SAT. So one of those will get you automatically admitted to K-State. Our native application, that link is listed on our site. That should only take you about 15 to 30 minutes to complete. If you have Netflix on in the background and you're a little distracted, we do not require transcripts until after graduation, no essays or letters of recommendation, nothing like that. Our admission criteria and our scholarship opportunities are all based off of self-reported information. We're also on the Common App if you are already working through there and want to submit your application through there. As I mentioned, if there's any seniors on the call, we have recently extended our scholarship priority date. So you'll see for our class of 2021, March 15th is now our priority date for scholarships. So you could still be fully considered for all of our general university awards as long as you apply before that March 15th date. For my juniors on the call, our application for admission is typically going to open during the month of June. And then we will have a priority date of December 1st for scholarship consideration. Now, while our general university awards are still looking at test score and GPA, we do have some test optional scholarships that you can apply for as well, which will look at leadership, involvement, academic rigor, and those types of pieces rather than just your test scores. Now, juniors, we're also super scoring both for admission criteria and for scholarship consideration. So what that means is take the test as many times as you can, send us all of your scores, and we will go through and super score to maximize those scholarship opportunities for you. We also have a specific scholarship network through our campus to help you apply for additional awards through our academic colleges and departments. Now, I'd like to invite you all to come visit campus. I know it truly helped me going through my college search to figure out that K-State was the right fit for me. We are currently hosting both virtual and in-person events where you can connect with the academic area of your interest, so whatever major and program you're interested in getting into, as well as getting on a campus tour, connecting with our students, and then being able to meet with me or another admissions representative one-on-one to make sure that we're answering all of those different questions. We know that everyone's situation's a little bit different as you're going through your college search. So we want to walk you through what scholarships are you eligible for, what academic area is going to be the best fit, and why K-State might be the best fit for you. Now, if you'd like to know more or would just like to ask additional questions in the future, I'm going to be dropping my contact information within the chat as well, but you can see that on the screen. So I'm available through email, by phone, and that Calendly link at the bottom is actually how you can sign up for a one-on-one appointment with me. I'm here to walk you through the process, and again, always happy to share what my experience was like as a student to make sure that we're finding that right fit and helping you along the way. I got my degree in psychology with a minor in Spanish. So like I said, wanting to help you find that fit and making sure that we're helping you along the way. Thanks again for joining us this evening, and go Cats.
Thank you so much, Nicole, for presenting on Kansas State. We're coming up to our 6th school, so students, attendees, think of those questions. I'm excited to welcome our next presentation from Eastern Kentucky University.
Hello, everybody. I am sure my accent is going to tell that I'm from Eastern Kentucky University. I'm excited to be here tonight, and let's get it started. Here we go. Okay, so welcome to Eastern Kentucky University. I am located in Richmond, Kentucky, in the very heart of the great state of Kentucky. We are very proud to have all 50 states represented in our student body. With only 15,000 students in our student body, we are very, very proud of our students at EKU. Our undergraduate population is only 13,000 students. You're never going to see all those people at one place, but we are very welcoming, and we are known as the EKU Campus Beautiful. We are located in Richmond, Kentucky. We are about 15 minutes south of Lexington, as well as about an hour and a half from Louisville, Kentucky, and about an hour and a half from Cincinnati, Ohio. So we sit in the very center of Kentucky. So it's kind of a little deceiving when we say Eastern Kentucky University, but we're so excited that somebody from the West Coast would be interested in coming to Eastern at all. Like I said, we have our 50 states all represented, and with 15,000 students, we are very proud of our 15-to-1 student teacher ratio. Just like the other schools, we are about a medium-sized institution. We have everything that a large school has, and I have everything that a small school has. We have very personalized attention. We know each other on our campus, and we're very proud of that. At Eastern Kentucky University, we give over $39 million in scholarships and fellowships. We have given more than $10,000 per student here recently for our scholarships. We went up of at least $1,000 every scholarship during this pandemic. So we are very proud to keep it affordable, as well as our education top-notch in the great state of Kentucky, but also nationwide. We are very proud of our programs. With over 100 student-centered programs, we have every possible major that you possibly can think of. So I'm going to go through over a few right now. So with our College of Letters and Arts and Sciences, one of our top programs is our Forensic Science program. We were one of the first schools in the nation to have that program. So we have forensic biology and forensic chemistry within our College of Sciences as well. We have our College of Business and Technology that has an aviation program. So I do fly planes at EKU. I have an education program that we were founded as. So we do teaching at the university as well. I have a nationally ranked nursing program in health sciences. I have the only occupational therapy school in the state of Kentucky as well with our College of Health Sciences. And I also have a University of Distinction. We are a University of Distinction with our College of Justice and Safety. I do have a criminal justice program. I have a Homeland Security, Police Studies, Social Justice, name it, we do this in fire and arson within our College of Justice and Safety. So we're very well known across the United States for all of those things that we do within our university. So we're very proud of that. So name a major you probably can think of, we probably have it at EKU. Of course, if you come from the West Coast, we have housing on our campus. Residential, we do have great options between traditional all the way to suite style living. So name it, you can possibly do it at EKU and live there. We're very proud of that. With our student life, we are an NCAA Division I school. Actually, our OVC tournament actually started tomorrow, or is going to start tomorrow. So we're actually starting basketball tournaments. We're very excited. They have projected us to actually be in the NCAA tournament. So we're very proud of that. With over 230 student organizations, we have everything and anything that you can think of. We have a recreation center that is top notch if you ever come to our campus, and we completely invite you to come. We would love for you to see our climbing wall. It does mimic one of our natural parks in our area as well. So we're very proud of that. We have pools and we have an esports team as well. So I do have the Game Institute on my campus. We have everything and anything that you can think of, including an honors. We're very proud of our EKU honors. We have unique courses. They have personalized advising, and they have great programs that you can actually speak about within our honors program as well. The one thing that sets me apart is my out-of-state tuition is a set rate for all out-of-state students. It is $10,300 flat for any out-of-state student. So we are quite affordable if you decide to come to Eastern Kentucky University, and we're proud that you thought about us tonight. We have a multitude, like I said, $39 million of financial aid that we give out a year. So we have different financial aid options that you can actually think of. So make sure that you always check that out. But one of the many things that we do at EKU that other people do not do is starting for all of our students in fall 2021, all of your required textbooks will be free. And yes, I said that right. They are free. So regardless of the amount of classes you decide to take, you will always have free books at EKU. Make sure you apply today. We will take, we are test optional. So as long as you have a 2.0 or above, you will be accepted into the university. So just make sure that you do that as well. And then of course, if you have any questions, my information is in the chat already, but be sure to drop me an email. I am your admissions counselor for the West Coast. So we want to make sure that you reach out to us at any given time. Again, my name is Felisa and I'm with Eastern Kentucky University. And we are so glad that you came and joined us in all of our colleges tonight to speak with us. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, Felisa. Really appreciate everything you shared about Eastern Kentucky.
Thanks.
All right, so we still have a couple of minutes left before we wrap up tonight. So you can see that all the representatives who presented tonight are coming back on camera. Welcome back, everybody. And we are just going to do a round robin share out with this question to share a favorite campus event or tradition. So our attendees and those watching can learn a little bit more about what makes your campuses unique and special and imagine themselves being there. We'll go in the same order that you presented. So as one representative finishes, the person ahead of you, just feel free to unmic and respond right there. So, all right, so we'll start with Pace.
Perfect. So my favorite on-campus tradition is definitely midnight breakfast. So it happens during finals week each semester, and it's just a great opportunity for students to come into the student center, grab a midnight snack. We have a full continental breakfast spread, as well as raffles and music and games for students to take part in. And it's just a great way to kind of lift everyone's spirits in the middle of finals week.
All right, so I would say mine is, I guess, one big event because it's a weekend. So it's centered around our Midnight Madness. So when the basketball season is starting, of course, when there's no COVID, but we'll all be on campus. It's just a huge celebration. We usually have a performer come, and there's a lot of events that lead up to it. And then actually right after that, we do what we call our Relay for Life, which is generating money for cancer. And then we do Dribble for a Cure the next day with the basketball team, where they do an event for them building money for cancer. So it's a pretty cool transition from kind of like a lot of hooplas is going into community service. So it's the kind of a great combination that really encompasses what St. John's is about.
At Syracuse, I think my favorite event is Family Weekend. It's a weekend either during football or basketball season because there's always a game involved as well. If people want to attend the game, but it's a great time for families to come and visit, to get to see the campus. There's all kinds of events for students and their parents, some together, some apart. So it's just a lot of fun, and it's a full weekend, and a lot of alumni come back to campus as well. So it's a big bash.
I was going to say alumni weekend for us too, but actually it's my global day of service. I think for the coolest thing about it, it's the last day of orientation or welcome week for campus students. Everyone on campus is back. And so we actually do a sort of celebratory service event over the course of the full day. And actually we tie it to the entire alumni communities around the world. And so it may not be exactly on the same time itself, but we do see this really wonderful experience of connection through service and connection through that orientation of who we are as a community and giving back and making ourselves ever better.
So for me, I am a big believer of the Big 12 experience is really unmatched. So one of my favorite traditions is the Wabash Cannonball, which is actually voted the #1 pregame tradition within the Big 12. So it's a full body workout, as I like to say, within the student section, whether it's a football game, basketball game, wherever you're at. And then the nights before, our game days, our band goes through Aggieville, which is our actual entertainment district in downtown, where they pop into a restaurant, play a song, and leave right away. So really getting the entire town and all of our students really excited for game day the next day.
At Eastern Kentucky University, our biggest tradition is to rub Daniel Boone's statue's foot. It is a gold-plated foot, so it is tradition to come through your first day of class and you rub the foot for good luck. And it is a tradition to bring our graduating class through and rub it for the last time when they leave campus.
I love hearing about all these traditions and events. It's just so fun to get a little extra flavor about each campus, and they all sound awesome. I hope our attendees and those watching want to go check it out, Google it and really take a look closer. Well, we have reached the end of our time together tonight, and I first just want to say thank you to all of our panelists presenting about each of their schools. You didn't just share facts and figures, but you shared insight into the student experience, what makes each of your campus communities really special. To everyone who attended tonight or is watching, we hope that this has given you some inside peeks at some great schools, and it's really inspiring you as you go through your college search process. As you close your window tonight, there's going to be a link to just a very quick 4-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, again, this is just one of many sessions that are being hosted later this evening, as well as in the coming weeks. So we hope that you will sign up for more sessions. And in about a week's time, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all of the other session recordings at the same website where you enrolled. And that would be strivescan.com/WACAC. So again, thank you everyone for spending time with us. Best wishes in your college search, and good night.